So I had to talk about this. This is something that we should have seen out of Bernie Sanders' campaign and a lot of Bernie Sanders delegates from the start. Because a few weeks ago, they announced the Progressive Policy Task Force, right? And then they revealed what they got out of the Progressive Policy Task Force. And one thing that we learned was that a lot of the people that was involved in the progressive task force didn't have any say over um, key policy items, meaning they wasn't able to even bring up Medicare for all, a Green New Deal. Legalizing marijuana was something that apparently was a hardline no from the Biden administration. And people wonder why I'm still holding out and why I'm aggressively anti-Biden. Because if you're actually an activist and you give up on these key issues that you are fighting for just because you're afraid of Donald Trump, you're not a real activist. You're just a Democratic partisan actor. I'm sorry to I'm sorry to blow I'm sorry to ruin it for you, but we all know, if Joe Biden administration get in the White House, there's a 0% chance of getting Medicare for all. You There's a very strong chance that even if it does pass, which it won't because you don't have that leadership that calling for direct action on it. But even if it did pass, you say it would veto it. Remember when I said no middle ground on the issue? That's why I think it's important to have no middle ground because to me, I think Medicare for all in the midst of a pandemic, a raging pandemic where over 100,000 people are dead, where people are getting bills for $1 million because they had COVID-19, in the midst of an economic collapse, in the midst of people losing their jobs and their health care in response to that. Not supporting Medicare for all is a deal breaker. And I'm tired of people pretending that it shouldn't be. 68,000 people die each year. 68,000 Americans were dying under the watch of Joe Biden as vice president and Barack Obama because they didn't have health care. So, if you can't support Medicare for all, I can't trust your judgment on anything else. Especially when I see you repeating blatant health insurance industry talking points against single payer. That's another big line. Because if you were someone who had just had an objection towards single payer and you brought up a very intelligent line of attack towards it, I may still have my strong reservations against you, but I at least can respect your opinion. But Joe Biden is repeating blatant health insurance industry talking points coming directly from them. You have health insurance industry whistleblowers who already lay out the playbook. You see Joe Biden, you see Pete Buttigieg repeat those talking points. So with this news, there was about 360 Bernie delegates that signed on to a letter. I have the article here. Yeah, 360 delegates, and they plan on revolting from the Democratic National Convention 3 weeks before it happens, right? And their argument is the same argument that I'm laying out right now. Their argument is in the midst of a pandemic where we're seeing a ton of people lose their health insurance coverage but they lost their jobs, it is deeply immoral for you to oppose Medicare for all. And if you are a progressive, and this is an argument I've made since day one, I'm not a vote. I don't shame people for the vote. If you want to vote for Joe Biden, I understand you, bro. I get it. Donald Trump is a mess. I don't agree with you, but I'm not gonna disrespect you. But one thing I am tired of is I'm tired of progressives holding water for Joe Biden, pretending he's a decent guy. I'm tired of pretending that he is going to move anywhere near to the left for us when Barack Obama didn't do that. And Joe Biden is to the left of Barack Obama. Oh, sorry. He's to the right of Barack Obama. And Barack Obama didn't move left for us. And you guys are trying to tell me that Joe Biden will? It doesn't make sense on face value. And his refusal to support a policy that is supported by 88% of the people is proof that he don't listen to us. He don't have to because you guys already said that you were going to support him. So, in a country where 88% of Democrats support Medicare for all, 68% of independents support Medicare for all, 46% of Republicans, we in a country where you have more Republican voters that support Medicare for all than the Senate Democrats. So, Democratic leadership is to the right of Republicans. The people they try to sell us as our enemy, they are to the right of them. And I don't know what else I can say to sell the idea that the Democrats are not on our team, which is why this action. Once again, I have my criticism of progressives, but that is why this particular action has me excited, even though I know the caveats. I know that this they may fold. Cause what you think Joe Biden gonna say yes to this? There's no way. So I acknowledge that Joe Biden may say no, and the progressives may fall in line anyway. Once again, I'm not gonna shame you your vote. My problem is when progressives give it away, like Cenk Uygur, like David Pacman. They just give it away. They give away all the leverage by saying they're gonna vote for Joe Biden immediately. Now I said if Joe Biden supports Medicare for all and the Green New Deal, I'll support him, and that's a massive, massive concession on my end because I have a ton of issues with Joe Biden regarding foreign policy, regarding immigration, regarding his plans to cut Social Security throughout the course of his career, the crime bill, the fact that he's a paid shill of the credit card companies. These are the issues that I have with Joe Biden. But I wanted to vote for him because I understand that Medicare for all will save 68,000 Americans per year, and I'm willing to let those grievances go in order to save those lives. But he won't even do that. And you got Blue MAGA that want to try and suggest that I'm extreme, that I'm the radical because I want Democrats to support something that's supported by 88% of their party. Someone explain that to me. They can't. They block me. They block me when I bring that up. So I had part of this. I'm gonna be following this story really closely because I want to see how it fall out. But my prediction is Joe Biden will just say no. We'll just see. Unfortunately, a lot of progressive leaders not speak up on this like I think they should, and I think they can just kind of ignore this demand overall altogether. But I wanted to see more of this from progressives, not just on Medicare for all, but let's get into more issues. Green New Deal. But Medicare for all is a good start. Don't get me wrong. It's a good start because we're in the middle of a pandemic and public perception towards Medicare for all has increased greatly. So more of this, more putting pressure on Biden. Stop giving him your vote for no reason. This is the Progressive Martial Artist sign out.